If you're wanting to know how to create affirmations, then stay tuned. Hello everyone and welcome to another rousing episode of Spilling the Tea Tuesday. My name is Flossie and I'm the funniest, wittiest mindset coach as well as your OG hype you up rampage queen here on YouTube. If you would like one-on-one coaching with me, links will be in the description box below, as well as links to the weekly group coaching VIP group where Coach Nikki and I go live once a week to answer your manifestation questions. The VIP is a place to be where it's lit, legit, and you get your shiznit. So if you want to join, links will be below, as well as links to Nikki's services. Of course, there's also going to be links to my brand new boot camp. The class is July 29th, the boot camp for August. I'm also having a class only option as well. I'm going to link the video that I just made about what the boot camp is and is not, and in-depth explanation about what to expect. I'm going to real quick read some of the reviews that I've had from the last boot camp. My group was pretty small. I like small groups. Why? Because I give individualized attention to each person, but basically one person, and I'll probably put this in the description for people who want to read it. But a person said, "Hey Flossie, for me the bootcamp gave me a clear blueprint on what I need to do to get what I want. The tools you suggested are game changers. The counter really helps me to stay focused in my affirming. The daily accountability is nice too. I don't want to be the one that slips up when the teacher mentor asks how things are going, LOL. Overall, I've gained more confidence. I'm really starting to see how powerful we are. Thanks for your help and wisdom. I appreciate you." Another person said, "The two things I loved about the bootcamp were building a clear routine to follow, the check-ins. Those two things combined are perfect. The accountability made me try, and it made me shut up and just do what's necessary to get what I want. I'm already getting movement and feeling more confident in my power. I'm also thankful for you cheering us on and replying to every comment and question. The tools that you taught are so helpful. The class was like a class course on manifestation, helpful to beginners, to people who have been in it for a while. Thanks for everything, Flossie. You're awesome." Another person indicated, I'm going to kind of shorten their response because it's lengthy. "The check-ins are what kept me in my routine. Earlier, I would say to 3,000 to 4,000 affirmations for 2 to 3 days and feel good and stop. Going on 5 or 6 months or so, finally stuck to my affirmations for more than 14 days. Your response was all I needed in real time. I understand the law. It's just the small things that would bother me. The best advantage of this boot camp was getting your replies in real time and telling us what to do for the problems. That's all we need. The more we know the law, we just need a person to reply with our little doubts." She also said that you're a very supportive person. You're a great coach. You talk to us gently and not scold us. Thanks for having patience, and that she's had a poor self-concept for basically quite a long time. And now when people pass judgments, her voice shouts that she is perfect in every way. So she also went on to say that learning about how to focus was a great thing for her. Another member said, "I've been meditating and manifesting for about 7 months. I saw a little movement, but then hit a long plateau. I came across a boot camp on a YouTube video. I love that Flossie took my personal affirmations and revamped them, gave us a routine, held us accountable daily. Since the boot camp, I've gotten a lot of movement. My affirmations revolve around money, and so far I've received a roof grant, $1,000 in cash, positive change at work. I'm so happy I took the leap and joined. I now feel confident my financial desires are coming to fruition." So just a little bit of feedback of what people had to say about the boot camp, in case anybody is wondering. Also, you know that I don't really ever make a video without my calendar. So here we go. Listen up. You're fan-fucking-tastic. Yeah, you're fan-fucking-tastic. You're literally also the opera and power of your reality can be, do, have anything that you want. Those are hardcore facts. Live each day like it's your birthday, bitch. Yeah, it is your birthday. Why? Because like magic, snap of a finger, you can literally have anything you want. Every single day of your life can literally be like your birthday. Why? Because you're the opera and power of your reality. Those are facts. Tomorrow is taking for fucking ever. You know what? I don't care if tomorrow takes for fucking ever. It gives me more time to affirm. You should spend your time affirming. And then we voted, and we are giving no fucks today. Yeah, we're giving no fucks today about the 3D. We don't care about the 3D hood shit bullshit. Hardcore freaking facts. So anyhow, to get on the topic, people have been asking how to create affirmations. Creating affirmations is simpler than what it seems. So yeah, I'm going to get a little long-winded in this video, which we know is sometimes something that happens to me where I ramble a little bit. But long story short version, some of the key takeaways with creating affirmations is figuring out what you want, being clear on what you want so that you can have an affirmation that would imply that you already have it. Have the affirmation actually be in the verb tense that would imply that it either is happening now or that you literally already have it. Not saying that you can never affirm something in a future tense, because of course you can. We often think in future tense, but I like to think from the end, live from the end, think as if I already have it, which means to me, affirming as if it's already mine, it's already belonged to me because creation is already finished. I'm just becoming the version of me that has it by thinking as if I already have it. Another thing is creating an affirmation that implies to you that you're having what you want, the implication, because it is about what it implies to you. So don't use the words that imply to you something that you don't want to have, period. Like if you don't like the word obsessed, don't use the word obsessed. If obsessed means stalker, don't use that word. Use a word that is better for you, that implies having what you want, because it's all about implication to you. You're the affirmer. It doesn't matter what it means to me. It matters what it means to you. The other thing is to use, I think we're on round number 4, to use words of how you would talk to a friend. Use the most natural words to you possible. If you aren't going to affirm, I'm a master of manifesting, yeah, that might be one that might seem unnatural at first because we don't normally say that. But if you just don't like that affirmation, don't think that you're going to get used to that at some point, because sometimes it can take a minute to get used to something. But if it's really not how you would say something, and instead you'd prefer to say, I'm the best manifester it's ever existed, or I'm perfect at manifesting, I'm a perfect manifester, I'm the best manifester, use a different term. You don't have to use words that I or another coach says if it's really not how you would speak. Like constantly contacting might work for you versus blowing up your phone. There's different ways to say things. Find a way that seems most natural to you in words that you would tell a friend if you had what you want. The other thing is that you can change affirmations to a form of a question in order to remove resistance. I do talk about all of these things, as well as, saying things in steps or not steps, things like that. When affirming for a specific person, I give a bunch of affirmation examples, but that's a lot about what I talk about here. Now back whatever direction to the regularly scheduled programming. But just in case you're like, what the heck is she talking about all this time? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm rambling about, period. So of course, yeah. All right, enjoy the video. So you think about what you're manifesting. What do you want? Think about, what do you want? You want a relationship? What do you want that relationship to be like? Are you wanting money? What do you actually want? And then how would you tell a friend that you have that? Creating affirmations are no more difficult than how you would tell a friend. Why? Because how you would tell a friend that you have something is what is going to seem natural to you. And it's what your mind is going to have a buy-in easier on. Some of the affirmations that I hear people say, it's like, would you actually say that? Would you actually say some of this stuff to a friend that you're affirming? Most of the time, it's like literally, actually, no. So usually we use I am statements. We say how we would feel if we would have it. We actually talk about things in a positive way. So you wouldn't tell a friend really, hold on. Let me think of the best way to put this. Give me a second. So how do we create affirmations? Typically we create affirmations by deciding exactly what we want and then creating a statement that would indicate that we already have that. We also usually will use words like how we would talk to a friend, because it's going to seem more natural to us and our brain is going to have a buy-in of what we're saying sooner. So I'm not saying that we would never say these things to a friend, but typically if you are, if your end goal is to be in a relationship with someone and you were thinking how you would tell a friend that you were in this awesome, totally dope relationship, how would you say that? A lot of times it's not going to be, oh, SP finally decided that they're ready to commit, or SP finally dropped the third party and he and I are now finally back together. Like you might tell your friend that, but I wouldn't necessarily affirm that. I wouldn't affirm anything that keeps us in the old story. Some people's affirmations are really, really like too long and too trying to control the how. Like, SP showed up to my door and said that they were totally sorry and now we're in a relationship. It's like, no, I would drop a lot of that on out of there, even if you might actually tell a friend some of that. See, the thing is that we say how you would tell a friend because we want you to use words that will seem natural to you. But, a lot of times if you were to when I say to my clients, like, how would you actually tell your friend that you had a relationship with this person, like that you were in a relationship? They say that they're not going to be like, oh, SP's finally ready to commit. Like, we're finally back in a relationship, this, that, and the other thing. That they would say, SP and I are in this awesome relationship, or, I'm so happy being in this relationship with SP. We usually use words to express our emotion about it. Like, I'm so happy that I won the lottery, or I'm so happy that I've gotten all this money. So first of all, it's using some words and phrases that would seem natural to you. If it's not natural to you to say, SP's constantly contacting me, then maybe it's more natural for you to say, SP's always blowing up my phone. And so think of first what you want. If you're manifesting a specific person, a lot of times people are saying, do they want end goal, steps, or both? A lot of my clients do both, and they don't conflict. Why? Because if you are in a loving, committed relationship, or if you are married, I think it's, my mindset that person's also going to be blowing up your phone. If you're in this loving relationship, why wouldn't the person that you're with be blowing the fuck up out of your phone? They would. They'd be calling you a lot of times even more. So think of it with the SP. What do you want in that relationship? Do you want steps, end goal, or both? Create affirmations like you would naturally speak. So end goal could be marriage, end goal could be relationship, end goal could be engaged, end goal could be living together, knowing that you're in a relationship. Create an affirmation about one of those things. A lot of people like to go for the end goal of a relationship first because it seems more realistic to them. Other people like to go straight to the end goal of marriage because that's their goal. So you can affirm how you would feel if you had it. You can, or not, that's up to you, but that's a lot of times how we naturally tell a friend, how would you feel if you had it? I feel so peaceful, content, and complete being married to SP. I feel so happy being in my relationship with SP. I feel so loved being in a relationship with SP. I'm so happy to be in the best relationship of my life with SP. How would you create that end goal statement? The second thing is, affirm for their emotion, what you want them to feel. We say to affirm for emotion just because we want that person obsessed with you, madly in love with you. And you can affirm for an emotion based on what range you want to have. If you are you haven't been in a relationship with this person, you don't necessarily want them obsessed with you or madly in love with you, then affirm that they're thinking about you all the time, that they're head over heels for you, that they're infatuated with you. Those are lower levels of emotion. You can affirm if you want that they're madly in love with you. You can affirm that they're obsessed or lovingly obsessed. Some people think of obsessed as stalkery. Some people think of obsessed as that they're just really into you, etc. You got to remember that it's what the affirmation implies to you. So create affirmations based on what you want them to imply. If you think that if you're affirming obsessed that they're going to be a stalker, then don't use that word. Don't use that word. Use madly in love with you instead. If you are thinking that you want them obsessed but in love with you, you can say lovingly obsessed with you. So have an affirmation for, the relationship end goal. If that's what you're doing, have one for their emotion. Then we usually have you affirm something for action, depending on what step that you're on. As Sammy has said in her videos, you can love pizza. It doesn't mean it's going to show up at your door. So you can affirm for an action. If you are not in constant communication to where it is so consistent to you that as the sun will rise, that your SP is going to be blowing up your phone or constantly contacting you, then affirm for contact. SP's always blowing up my phone. SP's constantly texting me, constantly calling me, constantly snapping me, messaging me, whatever method of communication that you normally have, that they're always doing it or that they're constantly doing it. So we've got end goal, emotion, action. Then you can affirm something else. If there's something that's a really thorn in your side about your specific person, create an affirmation specific for it. You can, if they don't put a lot of effort in your relationship, SP puts more effort in this relationship than I do. If they're not loving and affectionate, SP is always loving and affectionate, or they're the most loving and affectionate person on the face of this planet. If they're immature, SP is hella mature. You can actually recreate your SP and just list all the, you can list all of the traits that you want him or her to have. You can think of how, SP has shown up that you like and write those down. You can think of what you do like, but not write that down. Just write the polar opposite down. You can also write down any qualities that you want them to have that you would just like to see. And then you can affirm SP's perfection, or SP's thriving, or SP's the perfect version of him or herself, or SP's everything I've ever wanted him or her to be, and our relationship is fucking perfect. So you can create affirmations based on what you want to experience. So again, for SP, end goal or not, you can include it. A lot of my clients do. Their emotion that you want them to have, something for a step. If you've got the contact, but you're not going out on dates enough or you're not hanging out enough, SP is constantly taking me out on dates. SP's always taking me out on dates. SP and I are always going out. SP and I are always hanging out. SP spends all his or her free time with me. SP and I are always together. What is it that you want to experience? You create an affirmation around it. How would you tell a friend if you had what you wanted? Oh yeah, SP and I hang out all the time. SP spends all of his or her free time with me. SP literally can't stand to be away from me. We're always together. There's all these different ways that you can put stuff based on what you want. So if you're manifesting money and right now you're as broke as a joke, I say create generalized affirmations. Why? Because money can come for you from anywhere. You want money to come to you from anywhere. You can be like, money comes to me from all sources. Money's coming to me from all directions. Money's always falling into my lap. As a self-concept, you can say, I'm a money magnet. I'm a millionaire. I'm financially free. I'm rich as fuck. Because remember, with self-concept, you can have almost any, you can have affirmations that are self-concept that are you in relation to what you're manifesting. So if you're manifesting money, you're going to affirm that you're rich or financially free or, wealthy, abundant. The very definition of wealth and abundance. I'm the very definition of wealth and abundance. I'm abundant. I'm wealthy. I'm rich as fuck. I'm rich as fuck with millions of dollars. There's all sorts of different ways that you can affirm for yourself in relation to money. In relation to a relationship for self-concept, you can be like, I'm an amazing wife, girlfriend, partner. I'm a phenomenal partner. I'm the best wife in the world. I'm happier than ever. Typically, you aren't going to be happier than ever if you don't have what the fuck you want. You can literally affirm, I'm happier than ever. I'm the happiest I've ever been. I feel more loved than ever. I feel more loved than I ever have been. However it is that you want to put that would imply to you that you are feeling more loved than ever. I am more loved than ever. I feel more loved than ever. Anything that's like I feel typically is self-concept. Ooh, there's a fly. Good Lord. Typically, anything that is an I feel, or generalized like an everyone statement, that is self-concept. And my light is attracted a little bug. How wonderful. Anyway, isn't it wonderful? So everyone loves giving me money. Everyone loves and adores me. Everyone treats me with love and respect. Things like that. So moving on. My brain is getting scattered. Having said that, so money, you can also affirm for specific sources of money or more specific things about money. You can say like, I'm the lottery jackpot winner, or I'm always winning lottery jackpots, or I've gotten tons of money from jackpots. You can also be like, I have more money than I ever spend. I have $100,000 in my bank account at all times. I have over $1 million in my bank account at all times. I like to use over at least when saying specific amounts so that I don't limit myself. Because if I have over, I have at least, that means I have over at least that much money. For business, you can affirm for your business. Business is booming. One of my favorites. I know it's from Sammy, but yeah, one of my favorites. Business is booming. I'm getting thousands of dollars a day. I say getting or receiving because I don't want to imply that I'm working for it. If I say I'm making or earning, that to me implies work. Making or earning, yeah, no. Business is booming. I'm getting thousands of dollars a day. I've got more than enough customers. Everyone's banging down my door to work with me. People are lining up for my services. I have more than enough referrals. Everyone's referring me. My books are completely full. My stock, my supply, my supplies, whatever it is that you're selling are flying off the shelves. I can never keep my shelves full. Everyone is always purchasing from me. So how would you say to a friend that your business is skyrocketing? My business is skyrocketing. My business is taking off. I'm well known. Everybody is using my services, period. My phone literally doesn't stop ringing. My phone legit doesn't stop ringing. One of my favorite money affirmations is I don't have to lift a finger and I get tons of money. You know what? And I found that a lot of times I don't have to lift a finger and I get fucking tons of money. Hardcore facts. So you just change your assumptions around money and watch it flow into you. Watch business flow into you. You can create affirmations around anything. Being a parent, how your family treats you, because anybody can be a specific person. It's not necessarily just a romantic interest. So anyone can be a specific person. Any topic, any concept can be affirmed for. It's just to think about what you want. And then if you were to tell your friend that your life was perfect and that you had XYZ, how would that come across? I always like absolutes, which always is an absolute. You can use always, constantly, never, only. Those things are absolutes, and that would imply that either something's, it just always happens. Like it's an absolute. That means it is always happening. If it's never, then it never happens. Like it doesn't ever happen. Like I never get sick. I'm never broke. You can say a negative statement because it's all about what it implies to you. People are like, you can't use a negative statement. Yeah, the fuck I can. If I'm saying that I'm never broke or that I'm never sick, and that to me means I'm always have money or that I'm always healthy, yeah, I can use it. It just depends what it implies to you and if it reminds me of an old story. I don't affirm anything that involves an old story. I don't affirm for apologies. I don't affirm anything that implies that I don't have what I want. I don't say people are ready or that anything is getting back or this, that, and the other thing. It's always as if I have it. It's already done. I'm living from the end. I'm thinking as if it's already happened. I have it. I've got it. It's mine. It belongs to me, period. I claim it. I own it. Those are facts. That's how I create affirmations. If you are struggling with saying a direct statement, use an affirmation or an affirmation. That means you take an affirmation, turn it into a form of a question. Your brain has less resistance to it. Why is SP madly in love with me? Why is my relationship with SP so perfect? Why is SP constantly blowing up my phone? Why am I so rich? Why am I a millionaire? Why is money coming to me from all sources? Why am I rich as fuck? Why is my business booming? Why are customers banging down my door? Why is everybody always wanting to work for me? Why am I so well known? You can change anything to a form of a question, take your resistance off it, make it easier for you to affirm. And then I think, to me, what happens is that your brain's like, oh, why is she so rich? Why is she so well known? Why is everyone lining up her door to use their services? And then you manifest answers, you manifest things to prove to you why that's true. That's just my thought on affirmations, but making affirmations is easy. The difficult part is getting clear on what you want, knowing what it implies to you, knowing what you say implies to you. Your brain isn't an idiot. You don't have to say people's full entire names. You don't have to, if you say my favorite, your brain knows what your favorite is. You know what you're thinking about when you say my favorite person, my favorite state, my favorite place, etc. Your brain knows. We're not idiots. So what it implies to you, what it is that you're trying to convey, you affirm it as if you already have it, like it's either happening right now, that's the way it is, like I am this way, or SP is always doing this, etc. Money's always falling into my lap, like that's just the way that it is. It's happening. You're using an absolute like always. You're making affirmations naturally how you would tell a friend. If you feel like your affirmations aren't natural at first, don't worry. The repetition will make them more natural to you. Sometimes they don't feel natural just because you're saying the opposite of what's in the 3D, but you can still be using words like you would tell a friend if it were true to make your brain buy it faster. Those are just some of the tips that I've got. Hopefully this is making sense. I feel like I'm rambling. It's towards the end of the day where I ramble a little bit more and it makes my explanations a little bit more lengthier. So anyway, my intention is that this video is helpful to you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. Helps to get the information out there. I'll probably link somewhere at the point in this video is like some of my early, videos that I've been doing about manifestation, because I'm trying to help explain more what manifestation is so that it can help people that are newer to have it make sense to them. Or maybe if you've been around for a while and you're just listening to another way to explain how manifestation works or the things that you can do to, deepen your understanding of the law of assumption, here I am. Don't forget, you can always drop your video ideas for, Spilling the Tea Tuesday or Rampages below. I have been using them. One of the subscribers commented that they wanted to know how to create affirmations, and so I decided to make this video. So there you go. Have an amazing day, and until next week, I'll talk to you later. Bye.